Hi everyone, Brett here from the Proto team back with another Proto Tech Tip. For today, we'll be covering the interference detection tool in SolidWorks. So when you're designing sheet metal parts, you are juggling a lot of different decisions, and there are many factors to consider all at once. Clearance is an extremely important aspect to remember. After all, you want to make sure all of your components are actually going to fit together without getting in each other's way. We've done a few Proto Tech tips in the past on clearance, so those will be linked down in the description below. When thinking about clearances, you always have to carefully consider where to place certain parts in your design. It is absolutely critical to make sure that there is sufficient space between your parts and components so that any manufacturing tolerances that could build up will not cause any type of interference in your part. When placing parts inside your assembly, you would typically use mates. That's because mates allow you to offset parts by a small amount. The idea is that they should never touch. However, sometimes when you are in the heat of the moment during designing, and perhaps also a little stressed out over meeting your deadline, you just may forget to place these mates, and some parts may mistakenly end up being coincident with each other. This is where the wonderful interference detection tool comes into play, especially if you are designing an assembly with multiple parts. You can find the interference detection tool under the Evaluate tab in your top ribbon within SolidWorks. Now, the trick using this tool, if you have fasteners in your model, is to only run it on the sheet metal parts. The reason being is that most, if not all, fasteners that are installed in your model will always have a coincident mate, or will be touching your parts in some form or another. This will provide you with a ton of interference warnings that you really aren't concerned with, and there's no need for those warnings to slow you down, right? So to properly use this, you want to go ahead and hold in Control and click every part in your feature tree that you want to run this tool against. Then go ahead and click on Interference Detection. A dialog box on the left-hand side will then pop up like many other tools, and you can see your highlighted components that the tool is going to run against in the top box. Then all you have to do is go ahead and click Calculate. If your parts have proper clearances and are not interfering with each other, you will see no interferences listed under your results box. However, if you do have interferences with your parts, it will then list them for you, also under your results box. You can then cycle through each interference listed, and it will highlight the area in your model for you. This makes it nice and easy for you to find these interferences and correct them by either adding an offset mate or redefining your parts in some other way. In the end, this is just one of the many tools in your arsenal to help make sure the design you are creating is going to function exactly as you need, and that everything is going to fit together when assembled. At ProtoCase, our mission is to help you streamline your workflow. We want to get your finished parts and enclosures in your hands as quickly as possible so that you can meet your critical deadlines. Latencies and long lead times are frustrating, so remove them with the help of our fast custom manufacturing. We've got more resources and videos linked below, so be sure to check them out and let us know if you have any other questions. Thanks for watching this week's Proto Tech Tip, and we'll see you back here next time.